Hey, how's it going? It's Colin Daniel here. I'm going to give you a little sample of what's on a cool course that I just finished doing. And it's the Rhythm Riffs of Early Rock and Roll. And it's a real essential course. It's a real foundational course. And I'd like to share just a little sample of what is in this course and what I like to teach. And we're going to start with this. And I'm sure a lot of you have already seen this movement before. It's a boogie woogie or a shuffle, or depending on who taught you and where you learned this from. It's really an interval, a group of intervals. It's a two-note harmony. It uses the 1 and 5 like the power chord. You know, so it uses the 1 and 5 and then adds the major 6 with your pinky. And the rhythm we're going to be using is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and they're down up strokes. The trick is to keep the down up strokes fairly even, and you're catching both strings. Something a beginner or somebody that hasn't played this particular movement, you'll notice that my fingers across these strings, but they're all muted. The only strings that aren't muted are the 6th and 5th string, right? The rest of them are muted so they don't sound out. So that's an A root there. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, you know, and then we'll move over to the D. We use the 5th and 4th string. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and we need one more change to the E, which will be up 2 frets higher than the D. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and in all these cases we're adding the perfect 5th and we're adding the major 6. Okay, one of the biggest problems guitar players have, especially when they're starting to get a little more advanced, is piecing the rhythms together with a riff to make one cohesive piece, or one cohesive guitar part. And this is kind of the whole idea of this exercise. Very Chuck Berry influenced, of course. Now I'm using fourths right out of my scale. My scale is the A pentatonic minor scale. If you haven't seen that before, there you go. But I'm using 2 strings. I'm using my first finger, my pinky, and I'm sliding up. And it's a random slide. If you're struggling with your slides, slide up from the 3rd fret. The trick is to whatever note you're sliding from, it's not the note you're sliding from that's important. It's the note you're sliding to that's going to sound out at the end. That's the important note. And so it's 1, 2, that's all down up picked. You pick slide. So the trick is when you're picking and sliding is to hold those strings down and get them ringing clear, right? And it's 1, 2, 3, 4, So you got to come in just a little bit early before you start, right? Now you combine it with this shuffle pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's a 2-bar phrase there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't count it when I'm playing that, but I know that it's a 2-bar phrase, right? So, and now the trick is back and forth. Now, in a standard 12 bar, we have 4 bars of the A chord, 2 bars of the D chord, 2 bars of the A chord, 1 bar of the E, 1 bar of the D, and 2 bars of the A. And this is what we're going to do right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, my mistake. I should have let you know that I'm going to do 1 bar of the boogie woogie pattern, the rhythm pattern. Then I'm going to add the riff. 1 bar of the riff. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the riff. Okay, that's 2 bars. So I'm going to do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 bars, right? Now I'm going to go to the D. Play the riff once. Back to the A. 1 bar. Then to the E and the D. That's 2 bars. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That can be a lot of fun. You could reverse that. You could start with the riff for the first bar and then play the rhythm part. That's kind of up to you. You got to be creative. I could spend quite a bit of time. You can move it into different keys. Now that you learned this in A, you could try moving it to G or to B by just moving the entire idea up or down a whole step. Have fun with that. And if you want to learn more about my course, it's at riffninja.com/rockandroll. All right, see you later.